Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to tell you something. I am actually an elf. And I said as I'm an elf, I am not a fairy. That means I do not have wings and I don't have any powers or abilities to do. The only thing is I have ears. Fairies do have ears, but I do not know why. My ears stick out of my hair, so. And if you say why aren't my ears pointy and nor is my nose pointy, well that is because I am a mutant elf. I'm like a mutant elf. Since I'm a mutant elf, you could say half a human and half an elf. Since I am half a human and half an elf, that's why I don't have two pointy ears and I don't have two pointy nose as well. Also, if you ever say like there are many elves, those do have wings, well, yes, they do. But the actual truth about elves is that they do not have wings, and nor they have any powers either. Of course, they would have powers though, because that's a thing made for fairies, not for elves. And to clarify you, elves and fairies are different. They're not same. Yeah. And because they're different, then so that is the reason why elves don't have wings. Actually, because if you say Peter Pan has wings, so he's probably a fairy and he's lying to be an elf. Or they have leaf wings, which they don't really like fly with. Have you ever seen any type of an elf in a movie or anything flying with leaf wings? And even if they are, that's not a real power for sure. And that is to clarify all the humans out there. Elves and fairies are different, they're not the same. And I'm an elf. Also, it's getting boring because most of the people are making like fairy videos and saying that fairy hunters are coming to kill us. Or so-called fair killers or fair hunters come to try to kill them, but they're not actually killing them though. First thing, and second, fairies do not exist. Okay, even if you are a fairy, you're doing some sort of editing. That's it. I can tell that. You can also move, like if you say they have telekinesis, which means you can push things without actually touching them. Well, they're using their foot. They're using their foot to push the door like this. Yeah. They're not actually using their hands, of course, I can tell that, but they may be using their foot. Or it might be that type of door that just closes itself, because I have those doors in my house. They close themselves. Or they open themselves. I don't know what. Another thing, teleportation. Bro, that is just straight up editing. Straight up editing! You can tell that straight up. It's editing, it's not real. Sorry to all the fake fairies out there trying to claim their self to be a fairy. I just revealed all the things. And if you ask me anything else, I'll tell you what they are, real or fake. Well, since I proved a little bit already, since fairies are not really real, elves are real. Yes. I mean, it's not like only elves are real and fairies aren't. There are a few fairies that are real. Those don't actually make fake videos. Actually, fairies do not make videos, no. Fairies obviously don't make videos because there are fairy hunters that will kill them. And they will know their location by looking at their YouTube channels. Because there is written in the about section where you live. Creepy. I mean, it doesn't make sense. A real fairy will not make any sort of videos. First of all, fairies do not have phones, tabs, any electronic devices. And also, second, fairies live in mushrooms or trees or miniature houses that we can't see, perhaps, because fairies are this small. And if you ask me, as I already told you, I'm a mutant elf. Told you. Well, there's one thing I can do, which I got a potion from the fairy. And it actually worked. Her name was Eliana. I forgot her age. I never asked her. Anyways, she lived in a mushroom, and I was her neighbor. She gave me a potion, so I became big. And so then I couldn't get smaller, anyways. She didn't have any potions to shrink me back and back into like my own house. So I had to buy a big house. A big house. A really big house so that I can actually live in it and not just smush it with my feet. And that's why I am a mutant elf. Yeah. Now you can really call me a mutant elf because, my size? I don't know. But yeah, my mutant elf features are my not so pointy ears and not so pointy nose, because if you haven't noticed, elves actually do have really pointy noses. Yep, they do. I actually do not know how to edit pictures here yet. I want to learn that soon, but I have to study on my focus. What the heck? I meant to say I have to focus on my studies, not to study on my focus. That doesn't make sense. Anyways, anything else to have to tell? Another thing, elves commonly make buns. I mean, not elves. I meant to say fairies. Fairies commonly make buns with their hair, but elves do not do that mostly. Elves do make ponytails, or they don't really make buns, no. But if there's a fairy, or I meant to say elf. Why do I keep on mixing them both? Okay, so if an elf has small hairs, they get to open them. They don't have to close, like, when we make a ponytail of them. But it's optional if you want to make buns if you are an elf. But don't make buns. Because you will look like a fairy, and then everybody would say that you're a fairy with pointy ears. Well, mostly if you ever see somebody having pointy ears, but you are a human, and also they are bigger than how elves are. Elves are this small, and fairies are this small. Fairies are mostly bigger than elves because they have wings and they can fly, and they wear heels. They sometimes do, not always. Yeah. So that's a story of me and my fairy friend. But she's not my friend anymore because I'm too big to meet her. And I actually even forgot where I've met her. It's been years. Years since I have been making videos. And that's why I am big. If you have noticed my house where I'm mostly used to make videos, uh, that's actually me over there. That's me, little me. Anyways, in the house that I used to make videos in, that was actually my mushroom house. If you haven't noticed, my old videos, really old videos, there was like a purple wall behind me, a purple or maybe pink wall behind me. That was my mushroom house. I repainted that house. That's then I started making videos. And he would say, if I'm an elf, how do I have a phone or a tab? I actually make videos on my tab. Anyways, you would say that, of course. Well, of course I had to buy it. I'm so big. What else would I do? If I was smaller, I would. If I was smaller, a fairy would have come and I would probably be flying with her. Or I would have been flying on some sort of insects. We do that. Because since elves can fly, we fly on insects. I know it's weird. Anyways, also as elves, play a lot with big leaves. We love to jump on them, but leaves are so small now that I feel like I am too big, like extremely big. Like I shouldn't have been that big. But since I am a human mutated elf, that means I actually grow. Since elves actually don't grow, they turn like 40, 50, and they still look like they're 5 or 10. Well, since I am a human, I would look like I am at my age. Well, how old do you think I am? If you guessed I'm 11, you are close. If you guessed I'm 9, you didn't even look at me properly. Hi. I am 10 years old. Hi. Okay, so that's all I have to tell for my elf video. That I am actually an elf, but I won't actually make videos like this since I can't cover my small ear with my hair. And so I don't have to tell everybody that I'm an elf. And of course, I'm just making this video because there aren't any elf hunters in this world for existence. Even if they are, I'm big enough to fight them. I'm big enough to fight them because they will be this small. And I will be just like swoosh with my, obviously not with my hand, but like with my feet. Or with my slipper. Like there's better. Anyways, that's all for my video because it's literally been 12 minutes since I've been making this video. And if you have reached till here of the video, please subscribe. And you would be a special guest for my channel also. And that's it for today, guys. I'll meet you guys in my next video where I'm not gonna be an elf, of course. Bye, guys.